Hello and welcome back to Blake's Den. So in this video I'm going to get my Mini out of hibernation. I'm filming this in March 2024, which means several things. One, it's time to come out of hibernation. It's been in here since December. Two, the MoT is due in a few days. It's always March. And three, it means I've actually owned this another year. I picked this car up in March 2009, so I've now had it 15 years. So my first thing I need to do is get it out of the garage, but unfortunately somebody parked a caravan in the way. So you watch the intro whilst I move the caravan and then we'll get this out. Right, the caravan is shifted, so now I can get this out. So I'll leave it in the garage all winter. It's not a heated garage, but because I've got my heat pumping some stuff in here, it stays a little bit warmer. And I always have it on a C-Tech charger. If you're in any doubt about buying a C-Tech charger, just buy it. I've had that over 10 years. Works fine, no problems, always works. Always keeps the battery in top condition. So as you can see by the little indicator here, which was just flashing green is now flashing orange, but anyway, that's fine. So we'll disconnect that. Before I start this up as well, I just want to check oil and fluids, and then we'll pull this out. So we'll check we've got fluids. Let's check the dipstick. Yeah, lovely clean oil, plenty in there. Obviously you don't need to wipe it because it's been settled, because it hasn't moved in ages. We'll check the brake fluid, which might be a two-handed job. Let's just pull them off. Yeah, plenty in there, I can see that. No need to dive in it any further. Put those back on. Those are for your warning light, see if you've lost brake fluid. And we'll check the radiator, which looks a bit manky actually, the header cap. Looks like it's actually been boiling over. Despite the colour, I don't have head gasket failure. It's always sort of been that way. Just rusty coloured, so yeah, that's fine, plenty in there. So now we'll go for a first start, and yes, it's a genuine cold start. There's no heat at all in this engine, and it hasn't run in 3 months. So we're in the car now. First thing you can do is turn your immobiliser off. Might take a few clicks. There we are, the light's gone off. She's in the ignition. Clutch in. So ignition's on. Put it in neutral, put the handbrake on, SRS lights out. See what happens. Took a while for the oil pressure to build up, but it's fine. Yeah, seems fine. So I'm going to pull this outside and we'll get it warmed up. So as you can hear, it's running absolutely fine. Before I put this away for the winter, I filled it up with Shell V-Power, so the 99 or 98 octane fuel, E5 fuel, not E10. And I filled the tank up full. That's probably one of the best things you can do, because if the more fuel you got in the car, the less space there is in the tank for the moisture to form and water to get in the fuel. So I'm going to let this warm up a bit, and then we're going to do some rust proofing on the underside. Actually, before we do the rust proofing, we might as well do a bit of a light check before it goes in for its MOT. So let's turn on the lights. You're over here, so that should be dipped. And that should be on. So yeah, both on there, absolutely fine. Let me go and check all the other lights. And from that you could tell the fog light wasn't working, but now it is. I just give it a bit of a tap and it came back to life. So it must be a bit of corrosion on the bulb or something, but now that's working fine. So that's absolutely fine, no problems at all. I'll give it a quick run up and down the driveway. It is actually taxed, MoT and insured, so it could go on the road. MoT runs out in a few days, but yeah, absolutely fine. Brakes were fine, throttle was fine, everything was just fine. So I'm going to do some rust treatment on this, or rust prevention. And this is the stuff I bought, hopefully using the back of a Land Rover to hold it all. So I bought some Lanoguard. So this is made out of lanolin, which is a naturally occurring product normally found in sheep's wool. So I got this 2 litre bottle, I think it's 2 litres. And also got this spray bottle, and also got this grease as well, which is supposed to be really, really good grease. And it comes with an additional spray, so you can just put that straight on this bottle really, so you don't have to use the spray gun. So yeah, I'm gonna trick the underside of the Mini in this. It is actually undersealed on there anyway, but not great. I've had it 15 years, it needs a bit of love, so I'm gonna give it a good coating with this stuff. I think the easiest way to do this is going to be if I put my ramps down and I reverse the back of the Mini up the ramps. I then get myself suited and booted and get underneath, and then I'll give it the treatment. Alright, we're up in the air and good to go. So, just for safety advice on this stuff, it's non-toxic, you know, it's naturally occurring, but usual precautions, don't get any in your eye, don't eat any stuff like that. Ideally, you should clean the car before you do it. I did wash this back in January, or December, whenever it was last out. Still a bit dirty, but it is what it is. Right, I'm going in. So this stuff's okay to spray on things like your exhaust, it's okay to spray on brake lines, it's okay to spray on exhaust rubbers. Yeah, it's just generally okay. So let's see how this works. Pumping it up the long pipe. Here it comes. There we go. Easy peasy. So I'm just going to keep on squirting away with this, getting as many bits as I can. Try to start from the inside and work out, so I don't end up lining it when I do the other side. Well, I'll probably end up lining it anyway, just because, yeah, I'm quite clumsy. So, yeah, sprays that really well. I thought about using an air compressor to do this, but I thought my hand would get tired from all this sort of squeezing, but no, it's absolutely fine. So, right, I'm going to keep doing the floor, and then I'll do the subframe and do the other side. Well, I do say I rather like this stuff. It sprays on really well once you get the hang of the spray gun, and you can really direct it into places, fine mist, or you can have it as a jet. Every so often it sort of loses its prime. I think it's because I'm just so low to the ground. But yeah, let's show you what I've got. So I've done all of the subframe, big floor, heel board, floors, bit around the exhaust as well, but that should burn off. Basically just trying to get into all of the sort of nooks and crannies really, where Minis like to rust, and then hopefully this should keep it at bay. So a bit on the subframe again up here I've missed, but you can't see. I've also done behind the bumpers. I've done the front and rear suspension. Obviously rear drum brakes is alright. Front I've avoided spraying on the discs, but don't you know, take my word for this, but I think it might be okay if you get it on discs, because it can clean up. So yeah, and it wasn't really that messy either, so I'll just put a little bit more on the floor in a few places, and then I'm gonna park this on the floor and let it burn off the exhaust. That's back on the floor now. Had it running for a few minutes. There's no great smell at all, to be honest. There's no smell when it went on. It's just a naturally type smell, if that kind of makes sense. So just showing you how much I've used out of a 2 litre bottle. I'm not sure if you can see, but if I give that a shake, it's about there. So what's that, quarter maybe? So yeah, I'm quite impressed with that. I know the Mini's only small, but yeah, it makes me want to do the entirety of the Land Rover. Might be a bit too late for that. I think the rust is already set in. So yeah, really pleased with that. I'm not sponsored by them at all. If they want to sponsor me, get in touch. But hopefully that'll keep the rust at bay. And then the next clip you'll see will be me holding a MoT pass certificate. And as expected, I have in my hand a piece of paper which says pass. So yeah, done a ridiculously low amount of miles. Yeah, 53,484, 53,773. So what's that? Not even 300 miles I did last year. Yeah, but it passed, which is really good. It had one advisory, which was on the rear subframe. So, a bit of a consumable item on Minis. Bit of corrosion creeping in there, so something to keep an eye on. So that's just a very quick look on the underside. I did splash through some puddles, but I don't know whether you can see the Lanoguard still there. But yeah, I'll keep an eye on that and I'll top it up as necessary and I'll report back if I find it any good. So thank you for watching. I hope you liked that video. If you did, press the like button. Don't forget to comment on the video. I always respond to my comments. And please consider subscribing as well. It costs you nothing. So yeah, thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.